All right, so we are recording. Okay, so I'm super excited. We have the lovely Miss Olivia Wilkin, who is actually a founding UK coach. She was one of the first 100 coaches to sign up, and that's like really incredible. So Olivia and I connected via Instagram, and I had invited her to my group, and she started in my group just going on walks before Beachbody was ever even like the thought was even there for the UK, at least for me. I had no idea. So when it was announced, I invited her to the coaching opportunity because to get in on the ground floor of an opportunity like this is incredible. So, and it ended up turning into so much for her. Her story is incredible. Her transformation photos, which I'm going to share in our sneak peek group, are so inspiring. And just when you look at them, when you look at her physical changes, just realize how much internal changes happened as well. So I'm going to ask her some questions so you can hear directly from her. All the amazing things that have happened for her and what she's accomplished. So Olivia, hello, welcome. So what brought you to Beachbody?
I was a stay-at-home mum. And I was looking for something to do that I could fit around my children. I had tried 30-Day Shred, that 5-pound DVD from Amazon, and I'd gotten to day 10 about 5 times and gotten bored or injured my shoulder, and I just needed something. And I also had a lot of unbelief in myself because I'd had an injury in my legs a long time ago, about 12 years ago now. And it was about 10 years at the time, and I believed I couldn't run, so I couldn't even just do that whole free thing of going outside. So I did some walking, and then you suggested that I try the DVDs, and so I did via eBay, but they weren't really available to me any other way over here, and that's what really got me into what Beachbody was.
Awesome. Okay, so since you signed up, what have you found to be your favorite products and programs?
So for me, PIO is the thing. I love it, especially with the live. So I, having done 60 days, I did another 30 days of it. And even in between all the other programs I've done since, I kind of always went back to it as a good stretch out. But I also, I knew, at the end of some of the workouts, Charlene, the super trainer, says, oh, and if you haven't tried it live and it's not in your area, maybe you should be an instructor. And so I was like, yeah, you know what, I could do that. And so I went and trained. It was the first thing I did was to train to be an instructor in PIO. And the music they give us and the choreography and the routines, they just really connect with me. But I think after PIO, I love Lift 4. I love the weightlifting. I love the simplicity. I love that it's short. I love that it's 4 days a week. And after that is my shake, really. If you look at the products, I've not really used much of the performance line, but I have used Shakeology, and I love it. I just wish there were more vegan flavors available in the UK.
I hope that they send you some more vegan flavors. Yeah, we actually got started very similar because I was doing that program too, 30-Day Shred, and I had a very similar experience. I couldn't get past 2 weeks of it. And also PIO was my first program, and I absolutely loved it. It was exactly what I needed at the time as well. Okay, so when did you sign up to coach, and kind of like what made you sign up? Like what was that driving factor to do it?
So you told me all about the opportunity that it was coming to the UK and it would be a new thing. I was like, cool, I could be like in there the first. And so I signed up. It was a new thing. It meant I could get Shakeology finally and try it. I wouldn't have to buy any more DVDs because I had bought, after PIO, I bought T25 on DVD, but the whole appeal of having all the programs in one place streamed like Netflix was just phenomenal. I wanted in on that because I knew I wouldn't be heading down the gym anytime soon. I didn't have time. I've got 3 children. But also I think I really wanted to get in, but I don't think I really had the same momentum. I hadn't planned ahead like a lot of some of the bigger UK coaches. They had known it had been coming for quite some time, and they'd kind of planned already who were gonna be their downline coaches already, so they knew who they were signing up, and they were going to sign up other people underneath them, and they had all that in plan. And I guess I didn't have a plan. I just wanted to be a coach and get the discount, and I had one or two people ready to sign up, but it kind of not fell at the first hurdle, but I didn't have a plan for the business side of it when I signed up.
So I remember, speaking of Shakeology, I remember you taking the ingredient list to be researched. Who did you take it to, and what did you find out about Shakeology?
So I was a huge skeptic. I had been in your group for that point since January to October. I'd been in there nearly 10 months. I'd seen all your other ladies, the people that are now my friends, talk about their Shakeology and having a drink every day and mixing it all with different things. And I just thought all the protein shakes I've ever had have been disgusting. But at this point as well, it was October 2017. By December 17, I had signed up to start studying as a personal trainer. So at this point, the seeds were in my head to already maybe change career and retrain, but it hadn't yet kind of gone, ding, that's what I want to do. But I knew I was getting a lot more done. I'd done PIO, I'd done T25 by this point, and actually becoming a coach and getting access to Beachbody On Demand was kind of like my launch to do yet another new program that I hadn't had access to. So I took the Shakeology list to a nutritionist, a registered dietitian at, who was the wife. She was the wife of the guy that was training my husband. He'd won an 8-week thing at a dojo with training for warriors, which I know is quite big in the States. And it's slowly come over here. But I took it to her. I said, what do you think? Because I know she rates the Juice Plus capsules for those with autoimmune disease, because it helps absorption of nutrients if you can't get them any other way through your food, if you've got autoimmune issues. But she doesn't rate the Juice Plus juices because of the sugars, and she doesn't actually think the juices do anything. They lack fiber. And so she went through it, and she was like, yeah, it's pretty awesome. The only thing I would say is go with the vegan and not the whey, because that's what I would do, but it's your personal choice. She's like, she signed off every ingredient she went through. She's like, it all looks great. It's got a great balance to it. It's going to give you pretty much everything you need, especially for me, I was iron deficient.
That's so awesome. I love when skeptics become believers and like fall in love with the products. It's like
I also remember making my first shake thinking I'm gonna hate this. It was gloopy, it was brown, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna drink this now. And I loved it. It was chocolate and it was yummy, and I think I made it with initially blueberries and almond milk or something like that, and it was a revelation in terms of I could do this. I have done some bad shakes. Don't put raw carrot in your shake. Just don't. It doesn't work. Cauliflower does work, but there's so much you can and can't do. And again, like with the samples you sent me for Christmas, the little individual packets, I love pumpkin spice Shakeology. That was just dreamy for me. And then the vanilla as well was just excellent, because I could make my chai tea one, so that was good fun too.
That's awesome. Okay, so to sum it up, and we'll wrap up from here. What has coaching done for you? Like, what have you accomplished since signing up as a coach, and how has it changed your life?
Okay, so for the first year, it did nothing because I was rubbish. I had this open accountability group that I let everybody into, and I still do let everyone into, to just kind of go, hey, hang out here, get some support. But it wasn't until October this year, once I'd finished all my studies and I'd wrapped it up and I'd kind of got that part of my business going, that I really thought, you know what, I can be more consistent with my coaching. And the month I decided to do that, I signed up 6 people underneath me, not as coaches, but as customers. I opened up a really successful starters group, and followed that with another one in the following month. So November and December were brilliant. And actually, they allowed me to have a debt-free Christmas. I did not buy a single gift or a single meal, like grocery shop on my credit card this Christmas, which was phenomenal. Yeah. I don't think I've ever done that for since being a stay-at-home mom, because being a stay-at-home mom is like, I'll just put it on the credit card and I'll think about it later. But this year I left the credit card at home and I did it all under my own steam.
That's awesome. You didn't even tell me that. That's awesome. Girl, that is amazing. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
It doesn't mean my credit card debt is gone. I still have stuff on there, but I know I haven't added to it this year. And for me, that's a really big achievement. It really makes me feel good, and that I'm not making my debt worse. I'm helping. I'm at a level where I can now start paying things off. And I just want to really push my coaching team as well with you, and kind of grow it over here in the UK, because I think there's so much potential. There's only about 5,000 coaches in the UK, I found out recently. And I know that because I'm one of 4 of them that are in the test group with Autumn for Ultimate Portion Fix. And what that does is just open up a whole load of new doors, and having not been buddy with Autumn, but being able to ask her questions directly and hear from her directly every other day has been really good and really encouraging, and I've really enjoyed that. So I've learned a lot as well in the process that has really helped my my sports massage and my personal training business.
That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy you signed up. I'm so happy we're friends. And I hope
that would suck if we weren't friends.
And I can't wait to see you at Summit. I think it's going to be such an incredible experience to do it together.
Definitely.
All right, so that's going to wrap up our interview. I'm going to stop recording. Thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome.
Hold on one second.